Assalamu alaikum. Welcome back to Future Dimensions 360. Today we are going to start our brand new tutorial series on React.js. In this tutorial series we will be learning about React.js. Specifically for today's tutorial, we will be explaining that why we use what is React, why we have to learn React, what are the fundamentals we should have knowledge about those before going on with React.js, and what should be the outline for this tutorial series. So let's move ahead and check what is React. React.js is nothing but an open source library mainly focused with UI. What is React.js? React.js is a library for JavaScript that helps developers to build a user interfaces or a front end. If you know React.js, you will be a front end developer. If you know React.js up to expert level, you will be a senior front end developer. So it's not a framework, it's a library, and it's purely focused with front end designs. Like it will help you to make UIs, normal UIs, part of UIs, complex UIs, big architectures of UIs. It's nothing in React to build. It's very easy, very simple to build a complex and architecture based UIs with very big functionalities with React.js. So React.js, if you can say like React.js is useful for front end only, then how you can build your HTTP requests, your server requests, your backend and all that stuff, you have to not worry about it because React.js has a rich ecosystem and it's placed very well in JS. It's compatible with any kind of library. You can use any kind of framework or library on top of React to build your backend or front end, or you can use the React.js along with multiple different libraries to create your web application. So let's move ahead and check why React.js. React.js is actually owned by Facebook. Facebook has launched React.js in 2001, but it's open source. Fully open source means it's openly launched for the public in 2013. So a companies like Facebook, or you can say Meta, they are building their project with React.js and they keep this library open for the people to use as well, and they are maintaining it. So you can imagine like it's not normal or it's not easy these kind of libraries to go down or collapse. You can put your trust on these kind of libraries to build your applications. Secondly, if you go to GitHub, you can find more than 1 million star for React.js around the globe. So why I'm talking about this? Because if you have 1 million stars, that means you have uncountable community. Like there are numerous number of people, they are working on couple of React.js projects with front end. They had built it complex architectures with front end, and they are available in GitHub. You can go ahead, download them, check them all. So if you know about in detail about React.js, in case you are building any project, you are facing any kind of problem, it's nothing, very easy. You can go to Stack Overflow, GitHub to find the solution for your problem very easily, because there is a big community available around the globe or over the internet to help you out. So normally you had listened as well, and we also around the globe, if you go anywhere, you will find highly demand for React.js professionals. Most of the companies, they are using in their front end, they are using React.js libraries to build their front ends. For example, Netflix, Twitter, Facebook by itself, all these big companies, they are using React.js as their front ends. Let's go ahead and talk about technical aspects of why React.js. So if I will talk about technically, so React.js is like it's a component based architecture that a code is divided into small parts, and these parts are encapsulated into components, and when you join them together it will make a website. So let's go ahead and take an example of a traditional website. Like I have an header, one component, side menu is another component, footer is another component, main content is another component. All these components, when we join them together, it will make a website. So you can divide your code into components, and then you can merge those components to make a big website or big structure or big functionality, or you can say rich functionality overview for the project. So there are a lot of components that you can reuse them as well. There are reusable code, like any code you are writing again and again, you can make a component for that code to reuse it. I'll give you an example of that. For example, there is a page of blogs and you are listing blogs, like you are listing every page 10 or 12 blogs. Or there is an e-commerce website, you are listing at least 12 or 15 products in each page. So you are writing the code for the products to get from the backend, and from the HTML 15 products code is there. Instead of writing big code again and again, you can write one time one code for that component, and you can import that into the parent, and you can reuse those components again and again into your project. Like you can write a code for blog, then we can use the same component for blog 1, blog 2, blog 3, blog 4, and blog 4, and up to so on, any blogs you want to show into the web page. So let's move ahead and check what React.js is. Like React.js is actually a declarative imperative. Sorry, declarative paradigm, not imperative paradigm. What actually declarative paradigm or imperative paradigm is, it's like, I'll give you an example. Like I'll tell you, go ahead and go ahead to the painter and let him to make this drawing. So you will go to the painter, you will tell him, please, I need this painting. That's it. Painter knows already, he will use paper, which color he will use, and which strands he will use to do the design. Okay, if you will go to 5-year kids and you will tell him, like, please, can you make this painting for me, you must tell him, like, hey kid, please use this color, this paintball, this pen, this stand, and this is the, you have to make first like river, second you have to make mountain. Like step by step you have to tell everything to the kid to complete your design, complete your painting. So this step by step telling each step towards the painter is a imperative paradigm. A declarative mean you was just give an overview and that's it, they knows already what to do. Same thing what you have to do to React is, you need to declare it in a declarative way to React that, hey React, I need this UI. That's it. React know very well how to make that UI for web pages. So you don't need to use anything and do everything from the scratch like we are using traditionally before. A lot of libraries to handle the front end call, like most popular one is, you can say, jQuery. We are using jQuery before and doing everything manually one by one. So these kind of steps no need in React. React knows very well how to do, what to do, which part of the page is going to be changed, and what React need to do, and how he have to change the page. The main important part for the React is React can rendering the updates. Like any update is happening in the React in the application or in the web page, or in any component, React will render those areas for the web page or those components very efficiently. That's the main important part. On top of all other libraries, we are going to select React for the front end. That React is efficiently handling the updates for your DOM or for your components. It's easy to integrate React.js into your application, any kind of application or anything, any kind of application you are going to use, you can easily integrate React.js on it. Either it's an application, or it's a web page, or it's a small part of the web page. Anything you can build with React.js very easily. Or there is another plus point on top of it. If you know React.js very well up to expert level, you can jump into React Native to build mobile applications as well, and be a full stack developer along with the mobile app developer as well. So that's it. Let's go ahead and check what are the prerequisites or pre-knowledge required to learn React.js. First of all, you guys need to have up to certain level of knowledge about HTML, CSS, and JavaScript fundamentals. Then you should have knowledge about ES6 as well. Let's go ahead and check in JavaScript the main focus or the main things that you use for React.js is this keyword, filter, map, and reduce. You must know about it. You must have knowledge about these things. Regarding ES6, you should have the knowledge about let and const, arrow function, templates, literals, default parameters, object literal, rest and spread operators. REST and spread operators we will be using a lot in React.js or in our application or in our upcoming series. And destructive assignments, all that stuff. In case you guys don't know about these things, I'll recommend you first go ahead and learn about these things, then come back towards React.js. Because without this knowledge, it's impossible for you to learn React.js. So let's move ahead and check what are the outline we will be looking for in this tutorial series. In this tutorial series, I will be teaching you about the basic fundamentals of React.js. We will be teaching you about HTTP request in React.js. Other than that, routing, how you can handle the routes. Then we will be talking about hooks. Then Redux, how we can store the states in the Redux libraries, Redux stores. Other than that, we will be talking about some utilities. So I think that's it for today's tutorial. We will be coming up with our first video very soon, inshallah. Please guys, don't forget to subscribe and like our channel. We will be coming up with the brand new series very soon, inshallah. Thank you. Allah Hafiz.